In 2023, the planets Saturn and Jupiter are going to be working together to bring ascension to planet Earth. Humans can ascend this year if they try. This is in connection with the Jupiter Aries transit in 2023 and the spirit power that Jupiter will bring to the Earth. Hello, this is Mahadev the Thunder Wizard. Welcome back to my channel. Before I get into this topic, which you do need to hear, this is a very important topic, but before I get into it, I need you to do some things for me. I need you to subscribe to this channel. I need you to hit the bell notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. I need you to go over to Rumble and subscribe to me there. And I'm also now linked up to my BitChute channel as well. I've got a channel on BitChute. I gave up on Rumble and BitChute a while ago after one of my previous bans, one of my many times I've been banned on YouTube for a week simply because I have an opinion. And I gave up on those channels because I wasn't getting a lot of views. But now that they're synced up, everything that's on this channel will end up on those. So you can go there as well. But for right now, if I have something really spicy to say that I can't say on YouTube, I'm going to say it on Rumble. So subscribe to me there as well. Any case, nothing I'm going to say today is hopefully going to cause any problems. We are going to be talking about how Saturn and Jupiter this year, more powerfully than ever before, they're going to bring ascension to planet Earth. Humans, you will be able to ascend this year if you try. Also, bear in mind that everything that I do on this channel is, this is I spend my entire life, my energy focused on giving out information on this channel. You want to help me stay here, then I have tools for you. These are the most important things. There's the free tools on the channel. You can just go and look on the playlists for whatever. Take advantage of all of the stuff on there that I give to you for free. If you want the really advanced stuff, you go here to thunderwizard.com and subscribe to the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong. My books, including Interdimensional Revolution, can be found on Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. And I have the 6 Phases of Ascension apprenticeship program. This is the time to do that. I'm going to talk about that in this video, about why these things are going to be so important. So, Saturn and Jupiter. These are 2 planets that are coming together to work very powerfully. So Saturn is in Aquarius right now. So Saturn is in Aquarius. Aquarius is really where Saturn gives out his gifts. So Saturn is seen as the judge. He is the person that comes to you and says, look, you have got to get rid of this garbage in your life. And you perceive this as a negative. People use the word karma like it always means bad. But just to give you an example, Saturn also gives you tremendously wonderful things that you don't think twice about. People say karma, oh, the karma this and the karma that. And something unpleasant happens to you and you know it's karmic, you're going to blame Saturn for that. The judge, look, I'm being judged. This is such a harsh life. But it's also karma that every time you breathe, you get oxygen in your lungs and you stay alive. Every time you eat, your body digests the food. Your heart is continuously beating. These are things out of your conscious control. It is positive karma that all of these things are continuing to go on for you. So remember that the vast majority of the karma you receive is overwhelmingly positive. And the thing about Saturn is that Saturn truly is your best friend in tough times. And there's nobody tougher than Saturn. So it's important that you understand Saturn's real role. Saturn in Aquarius is he's giving out the gifts. You are now enlightened. It's the, Aquarius is the 11th sign in the 12 sign zodiac. The 12th sign, Pisces, is when you go inward and you go to a higher dimension. But before you're able to achieve that, you must first achieve enlightenment here on earth. And that is a result of the work that you do, which is why you came here. The third dimension is a place of hard work, spiritual hard work. And the truth is, everybody works equally hard. It just depends on which direction you're putting your effort into. If somebody's a homeless drug addict, you'd go, oh, that guy's so lazy, he should go get a job. But the truth is that that person is probably putting more effort into staying homeless and staying addicted. There's more effort and energy going through that. Now, they think they can't help it, but the truth is they're continuously putting effort into that. When people say I'm lazy, how can I overcome laziness? I say there's no such thing as lazy. It doesn't exist. You have to put effort, continuous effort into being where you are. You're miserable and unhappy. You think it's because of things that have happened to you. I know, trust me, I'm one of those people that suffers with, a lot of emotional baggage that I had to deal with as a result of, how I grew up. But I understand that it is a choice to continue to put effort and indulge and listen and respond and act based on those feelings. It takes effort. So there's no such thing as something that's more difficult than anything else. So this is important because Saturn is sitting in Aquarius, where Saturn is giving out the good gifts. And Saturn is the third house, 3 houses from Aquarius is Aries. And Aries is where Jupiter and Rahu are sitting. Jupiter has just come out of Pisces. He's gone through an entire cycle. He went through his deep meditation and he has come up with the solution. He knows what spiritual practices he is going to perform in order to start this new cycle. So Jupiter is in Aries, a fire sign. He's ready to do the work. He's ready to go to war for the truth. Now, Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn has done all of the hard work in Capricorn, paid off all of the debts, and now he is prepared to give out the proceeds from all of the interest that has built up from the investments that you have put in yourself. So the third aspect of Saturn looks at, in the zodiac, Saturn has 3 aspects. A lot of planets don't. They just have one direct aspect. They look 7 houses from themselves, and that's their aspect. Aspect meaning they're looking at. So let me tell you what an aspect is. So a planet is in a house doing his thing. Like, I've got a house here and I've got this great view. So I've got every time I'm walking around in my house, I look out this beautiful view over the ocean. And sometimes I'll sit and I'll just stare at it. And then I'll end up going surfing or something, or go down to the beach. But from your home, your aspect are things that you have interest in and you want to go and be involved in. You want to, all the stuff that I do here in my house is so that I can then have the freedom to go surf. So my aspect is I've always got my mind thinking about the waves, the surf, the conditions, the boards, myself, what time am I going to get up, I'm constantly aspecting that. So Saturn has three aspects. He looks directly across from him, seventh from himself, and he looks 3 houses from him. So the third house from him is Aries. Now, whatever he looks at third from him represents what he wants to put effort into. Now, you got to remember how Saturn works. Saturn knows that true rewards come from working towards something. So if he creates something, if he's going to build a bridge, he doesn't just, get a few pilings and put it together. He's not going to make a bridge out of toothpicks, which he can do, in a couple of hours. No, he's going to spend decades going and finding the right rocks, cutting them out of the mountain, carrying them on his back, building them one-on-one, creating the cement, digging the holes, because once he builds that bridge is never going to fall. Nothing will take that bridge down. He creates something that will last forever. So he puts effort towards what he wants. But bear in mind, his goal is to have that thing that is authentic and real and will never die, will never go away. So when he looks at the third aspect on something, it means he's going to work hard towards that. So what does that mean for us? It means that Jupiter is now in Aries. As I said, Jupiter is now ready after having been, in the cycle for 12 years. He's now come out of his samadhi meditation, and he is going to light the fires of, that's why he's in Aries. He's a priest. He's going to light the sacrificial fires, and he's going to do all the mantras and the oblations and all of that to bring the truth of the spirit to everybody. That's his job. So Saturn is looking at that now, and he wants to put effort into that, which means he is bringing his aspect to Jupiter, and that means that whatever Jupiter is going to accomplish, whatever rituals he's going to do, whatever blessings he's going to give, whatever spirit he's going to pour out to the world, Saturn is going to make sure that it takes, and that it's going to bear fruit, and it's going to be something that will achieve something that can never be destroyed. Now, we are part of all of this. So it means that if you want what Jupiter is bringing, which is Ascension, that's Jupiter's job, the priest, the high priest. If you want the benefits of what Jupiter is bringing, you must work for it. You must put effort towards it. So if you want to know, you just go ask Saturn, what should I do? What work should I put? Saturn is going to always tell you the same thing. He's going to say, oh, that's easy. You have to get rid of the garbage inside of you. You have to get rid of all of the negativity to the best of your ability. You have to get rid of the self-devaluation, the self-hatred. Yeah, I'm not good enough. Nobody loves me. I'll never accomplish anything. You got to drop all that garbage. You've got to get rid of all of the actions that keep you from your authentic self. That means all of the things that you do to hide from your negative feelings. It's time to stop. You're going to have all your feelings and face them. So I recommend that you drop all mind-altering chemicals, drop the caffeine, drop the alcohol, drop the THC, whatever else that you use to stuff your feelings down. You're going to have to put effort towards getting rid of that. Put effort towards things that Saturn likes. Saturn likes discipline. So how do you get to be Mr. Olympia? You go to the gym every day, and even the days off that you take, that is part of your discipline. It's like you have put into your your weekly regimen. This is my day off. I'm going to sleep. And you sleep hard. You sleep for 8 hours. You make sure you get 8 hours of sleep. You have to eat. Eating is part of your discipline. You don't eat just because you're hungry and you're stuffing yourself. No, I need to build muscle. So I'm going to eat the right foods, this much protein, this much vegetables. So everything is disciplined. It takes effort. It doesn't just happen. So the same thing here. Saturn is saying, we are about to ascend. This is going to take your effort. So discipline is something that you do every day. Hard work. You want to go out and work hard for one day, great. And then you give up, it won't mean anything. This is why when I teach people how to do disciplines, like mantra disciplines, if you commit to a 40-day discipline and you make that vow to the gods, I'm going to do a 40-day discipline, mantra discipline once a day. Well, you have to follow through with that or you won't get the benefit of it. That's discipline. You say, I'm going to do a mantra, and you chant all day for 24 hours the mantra, and then you wake up the next day and you're so burnt out you can't do it and you never do it again. Then you're not going to get a whole lot from it. You go to the gym and you work out for 2 hours on your first day, you come home super sore, and then you never go back, you're not going to gain anything. It's meaningless. But when you go every single day and put effort towards it, then you get benefits that won't ever go away. And this is what Saturn is saying. Third from himself, he has positioned himself. Because the other thing that Saturn guarantees is that whatever you work for, you will get the benefit from. Because Saturn only invests in sure things. As opposed to Rahu. Rahu is the north node of the moon, which represents your obsessions. It represents things that are fleeting, things that do not provide permanence. If Rahu's going to build a bridge, he'll build it with toothpicks. And once he walks over the bridge and, a wind comes and blows it down, he's like, I don't care. I just wanted to get across the river once. Well, what if you need to get back? I'm not worried about that right now. So Rahu doesn't create things that last. And this is where Saturn is saying, I'm going to make sure that this ascension lasts. So drop all of the things that that would make the judge unhappy. Because Saturn is saying, I'm going to bless the work that you put in towards your spirituality. So the other thing is, learn to be honest with yourself. That means taking a look at things you don't want to look at. Now, the more effort that you put into this, the less challenging this shift is going to be. This shift is coming. It's already here. It's already started. The shift to what people are calling 5D is already underway. Our current society is crumbling. We are going to see the end. Mainstream media is already beginning to fall apart. The narratives that have been given to you over the past 3 years, they're pretty much toast. They're falling apart. People are waking up like popcorn. People are having spiritual experiences that they've never, ever, myself included, even considered possible. So real expansion is happening. But what this ascension to a higher dimensional level means is that to be in a space of, heaven means that you have to drop all of the things that, work in 3D. That's not easy. As I've said 1 billion times before, we have been programmed to survive more than anything else. And our survival in 3D has been hinged upon doing things that don't work in 5D. Being selfish, being manipulative, lying to yourself, lying to other people, feeling afraid, feeling like a victim. it's challenging for me. I'm holding my tongue, but I'm watching, comments pile up in the YouTube comments section, and some of the people who are newer to the channel don't understand that, every time that you self-righteously talk about evil people and you talk about yourself as a victim in any way, you are separating yourself from higher. The people who want 5D ascension, some of them, are the most lower vibrational acting people, because people who want to exit the matrix, for example. This is a prison planet and we need to escape, and I need to, and I remember, saying a long time ago over the years, saying, so if you know how to exit the matrix, you're going to bring yourself with you. So all of that fear that you carry, all of the victim mentality that you have, all of the rage and the self-righteous anger you have towards whoever you think has done it to you, right or wrong, you're going to take that with you. And guess what you're going to create if you were to exit the matrix? You're going to create another 3D world filled with victim mentality, fear, self-righteousness, feelings of isolation, feelings of persecution. So you can be free of that stuff now, but you're going to have to die to the idea that you have to survive in an unhappy world. So first thing that's got to happen is it's one of the fundamental things. If you've spent any time on my channel in any of the valuable videos, you have to drop the victim mentality. You have to drop the fear of the universe. If you believe that there are beings of light, false beings of light, who are trying to trap you, it means that you do not believe that the universe, who you're looking at now as a parent, it means that you do not believe the universe loves you. So that is going to take some work, to choose to believe that the universe, God, whatever word you want to use for it, loves you unbelievably and is doing everything to support you. You, however, are in a 3D prison planet. It is a prison planet, but it's a prison planet that we've chosen to go into so that we can go and build ourselves up, empower ourselves, become more self-empowered. If you believe that you've been forced here, if you don't realize that incarnating on planet Earth is only reserved for the most powerful, advanced light beings in the universe. Do I need to repeat myself? Incarnation on 3D planet Earth is only reserved for the most powerful, the most advanced, the most evolved spiritual light beings in the entire multiverse. So you have to drop the victim mentality. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't feel afraid. It doesn't mean that you don't feel all of those things. Trust, faith is a choice. It is not a feeling. So doing that, dropping the victim mentality, choosing to trust the universe, this is work. This takes hard work. If you are in the third dimension, and the delusion of the third dimension is that you are isolated in an empty, cold, cruel universe that doesn't love you, surrounded by other beings that want to, like animals, want to devour you. That is the delusion. So you have to choose to believe that you are loved and you are taken care of. Now, in order for that belief to actually manifest in more power and more choice, you must take action on it. And what people do is they want to believe, but then they take action based on fear. Let me give you an example. People come to me wanting to know what their career should be. And I say, well, the career that you should do is to focus in a fantasy world what you're most, like if you lived in a perfect fantasy world where you didn't have to make money, you didn't have to work. You didn't have to please anybody. And you could literally do anything you wanted as long as it made you crazy, just happy as hell. What would that be? And people can usually imagine. I say, that's what you're supposed to do. And they say, how am I supposed to do that? Where am I going to get the money to do that? I have to work this crappy job that I can't stand just so I can save up. And the universe is like, I've got this tremendously beautiful reward for you, but I can't give it to you until you actually take action towards what you want, which means that you trust me to give it to you. I'm no different than you. I'm still doing this even in my meditations on a daily basis with my light being friends. They come to me on almost a daily basis and they say, we have this really amazing thing for you. Do you want it? And sometimes I'm like, I've even today in my meditation, I was like, I don't know, this seems too good to be true. I wasn't trusting. And the message of that is the universe can't give you the really beautiful stuff if you don't trust. And if you don't trust and follow that up with action, you'll never get it. There's a storeroom filled with everything you've ever wanted: health, happiness, prosperity, creative fulfillment, personal empowerment, spiritual awakening. It's all waiting for you in this big giant warehouse with your name on it. But that stuff won't be released until you take action based on fearlessness, as opposed to taking action based on your fear. Sitting around complaining, feeling self-righteous, doing things you don't want to do and then complaining about it, drinking, doing drugs, acting against your own health, your own happiness. These are all acts of fear. These are all acts that people do who don't believe. Somebody who steals, for example, a thief. A thief isn't somebody who's selfish. Because your first thought is, they're so selfish, they don't respect anybody else. That's true, but that's secondary. That's a symptom of something else. The real thing that's going on with people who steal is that they don't believe that they're worthy to get anything they've ever wanted. So they have to go steal it from somebody else because they don't believe the universe will give it to them. The people who don't steal are people who believe that they will get the things that they want because they deserve it. That's the difference. So these are all things that Saturn, I'm talking about things that Saturn likes. Time to grow up, time to take action on your true self, time to stop taking destructive action towards yourself. This is the work that you can do. Now, we've gotten to the real crux of it. You say, Mahadeva, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't stop. I can't stop, being lazy. I can't stop acting against myself. I can't stop doing these drugs. I can't stop, working at Walmart. I can't stop procrastinating on writing that book or creating that music. I can't stop telling myself that I can't afford to do the lightning qigong. I can't stop. I understand that. And that's the first thing that you need to accept, is that you have this experience, your feelings are overwhelming, and you don't know how to act contrary to those feelings. That is a perfectly good thing to say and accept. Saturn will love it. If you go to Saturn and say, I'm powerless to stop all this stuff. I really want to do better. I just can't. I just feel like I can't. Saturn will go, good, thank you. That's the first step. Let's build on that. So do the one thing you don't want to do. Just think of one thing that you're afraid of, that you've been putting off, and then just do it. You've been wanting to train with me for who knows how long. You've been wanting to do the lightning qigong, but you talk yourself out of it. Instead, you buy a video game, or you buy a bag of weed, or whatever. Just do it. Just do it. Just take the action towards what you truly want. And then the universe again responds. It's like, it's a matching investment. Remember those like BS, religious channels would do this, where, when they would have the drives, and if you give us $100, and then there's like this other, company that says, I will match, for every $100 gift, I will match you $100, which is nonsense, because that company has already planned to give, $10,000 or $100,000 or whatever it is. So they're just doing it so that you will feel like your gift is doubled. But that's a real thing when it comes to Saturn. Whatever effort you give, which must be a sacrificial action towards your highest, most authentic self, Saturn says, I'm going to match that. I'm going to double that. I'm going to triple that for you. You've got to take the action first. You take the action first, I'm going to follow up and give you more. So we've got to get out of our reverse thinking. Humans think this way. I can't do it, I don't have the money. I have to do this first and then I can do that. No, just do it and take action, believing that there's a power greater than you who's going to double, triple, quadruple your investment in yourself. Okay? All right, so this is the Jupiter Aries transit. It's really important that you understand how Jupiter and Saturn are working together like never before. I'm going to stop talking here, but bear in mind that Jupiter is Santa Claus. In fact, somebody said in one of the videos, does anybody feel like Santa's coming? Jupiter is Santa Claus. And Jupiter is now, as I said, he's firing up the altar to do the sacrifices and put it on the altar to bring the prosperity. That's what he brings. He expands, brings prosperity, and he brings spiritual truth. And Rahu, now you can actually indulge in your fantasies of spiritual empowerment. In fact, I'm going to make another video about Jupiter and Rahu and what all of that means, because I've already said a lot for now. So anyway, go to thunderwizard.com and subscribe to the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. Just press play on the videos, do the videos. I guarantee you, if you do it every single day, regardless of what you experience, the majority of people have a powerful spiritual and energetic experience. If you don't, even if that doesn't happen for you, I guarantee you, your life will get better. Things will come up, you'll face yourself, your life will get healthier, happier, and more prosperous. I guarantee it. Courses.thunderwizard.com. All of the things that I offer, all of my services, and my books, Interdimensional Revolution, as well as Extraterrestrials Are Coming to Earth, can be found on Kindle, Audible, and Amazon. If you want print or audio, or you want digital, you can get it there. You can also go to Michael William Denny. Denny is spelled D-E-N-N-E-Y. MichaelWilliamDenny.com. You can see all my videos. And of course, go to Rumble, subscribe there, etc., etc., etc. All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to talk next about what Rahu is really doing and how Rahu and Jupiter are coming together to bring unbelievable spiritual awareness. Well, that'll be the next video. All right, talk to you soon. Oh, also, remember, 6-phase Ascension apprenticeship program. I'm only going to, take a certain amount of people. I haven't reached my quota of that yet, but I'm going to take a small number of people. And for 6 months, I will apprentice you in how to go through the first 6 phases of Ascension. These are for people who are really serious about it, or people who are really having difficulty. And again, you're only paying for 1 month at a time. You're only subscribing for 1 month at a time. If you don't like it after the first session, just unsubscribe. You got nothing to lose. You haven't lost a thing. Okay? Invest in yourself. This is the time to do it. This is the time to do the spiritual work you've wanted to do. Take the classes you've wanted to take. Now's the time. There has never been a better time in the history of the world. I guarantee you. I'm here to help you with that. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.